What is up, agency people? We are here today to talk about AI. I am joined by our SEO manager, Jay McLeod, and our SEO analyst, Michael Bateman, and we are here to talk about AI. All right, the first topic that we want to dive into is AI and agency life. So, pretty broad topic, but it's impacting everything, or it has the ability to impact everything that we're doing. So I want to just kick off with what have been the biggest shakeups you've seen utilizing AI, something like ChatGPT, something like Jarvis, in your day-to-day agency life?
Yes, I mean, AI is, there's so many different directions that you can go with it. It's such a tool with vast potential. Really, though, I think we're seeing a lot of it being used as like the supplement that it should be. Like, it's really supplementing the way that people do work. So a lot of aspects of agency life that might have been considered like grunt work or work that you might spend a lot of hours doing, you're now doing it in minutes, such as like, you could ask something like ChatGPT to make a whole social calendar for you, or you can have it write a bunch of articles for you. And I think it's almost kind of acting like this really, really capable intern in some ways. And it's also kind of resulted in like a de-emphasis of certain aspects of agency life, I think. So if you have it able to write a bunch of basic content or basic social and stuff like that, you may not feel like you need a huge content team. Like some agencies might have multiple copywriters, might feel like, all right, maybe we need one really good one and some really good AI tools now.
Yeah, on the department management standpoint, I would look at the team as a whole and say there are several people that need to have a copywriter right there with them as they were doing the work. And that's not as a major need anymore because of AI. It took some of the pieces that made staffing an issue and removed that part of the equation.
Let's get into like specifics. So what kind of specific use cases have you seen? So you mentioned grunt work, like it's like a great intern for us to utilize where it provides that nice baseline. What are some specific instances that you've seen?
So we have our analysts that know what to do very well, but putting that into the written word to make sure it's authoritative content that's going through and content that will absolutely reach a need, that's a little bit of adjustment. Some people cannot write. They do not know, the best way to phrase a sentence, and putting that on a page that needs to be authoritative, needs to be relatable to the entire audience is troublesome. And that right there has been able to change those in the department that have not been able to write as fluently or as good as if I had a copywriter write with them. It's not there. It's not a barrier.
Excellent. So the copywriter for the data analyst.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of like a great equalizer in terms of skill that, a lot of times content writing has always been, like what Jay said, it's been difficult for some analysts to do. But yeah, now you can just have it, like if you have the idea in your head, you don't have to actually write it out. You can give the idea to the AI and it can turn it into that type of content that you're looking for.
I think that's only going to continue to evolve. I know on my end, I've seen its ability to now analyze data as just a good baseline in terms of like monthly reporting. So if we're right in there, and maybe that's a good baseline to then work off of. And, it doesn't have the human element, so it's a little bit hit or miss, but it does give that good guideline to follow to then add the human element too. So that's why I like that grunt work. It does lay out, so it's less time in administrative work, more time in strategic work, which I think has been helpful.
Yes, absolutely.
I also think some of the more fun and use case I've seen for is sometimes there's an email where you might be a little bit emotional behind the email and the AI doesn't have emotion. So you can take the email, write what you want to say and say, please word this professionally.
With AI,
this nice.
Awesome. With AI, your client relations can get a lot better.
Exactly.
No risks of emotional client emails anymore.